Hey, thank you for tuning in to Prolim's What's New in NX2312 CAM. Today we're going to be talking about some of the new operations and features that have been rolling out with the arrival of NX2312. Starting off, there have been improvements and changes to the mill turn workpiece, the addition of the new quick roughing operation. We will also be reviewing changes to the auto IPW scrap removal, along with a brand new operation, wall finish barrel swarf, and another new face milling operation that offers new zig and zigzag dynamic shift options. Starting off, we have the mill turn workpiece, which allows for an easier and more intuitive creation of mill turn setups. It essentially combines milling and turning workpiece into a single object for users to specify. The machine node contains the physical workpiece settings to assign the specified part, blank, and check geometry to the setup component, allowing for an intuitive and faster creation of advanced CAM setups. The mill turn workpiece is available under the mill planer drop-down, along with rotary, turning, and centerline. The dialog uses the Explorer node just like the operations. We'll define our geometry as the turning spindle. First, we will specify our part geometry. Then we will specify our blank geometry. You can also set the machine physical workpiece to assist and set up your ISV simulation here instead of the machine tool navigator. Shown here is the spun outline groups. Next, we have the quick roughing operation. You can now use the quick roughing 3-axis operation to quickly and easily remove large volumes of material. The quick roughing operation efficiently removes material in planar levels and provides reliable detection of tool gouges and holder collisions. It's recommended for quick programming and machining of simple prismatic parts, mold cavities, cores, dies, and forgings with contoured shapes. Let's start by creating the operation. The quick roughing operation is available under the mill contour type. Let's go ahead and generate. Look how fast that generates. Range type can be set to automatic or specified. You can specify the top level distance by selecting the slider. You can also snap it to the top of the surface. Step over can be set to constant or as % of tool flat. Cut levels can be set to either constant depth or to a number of levels. The option to choose to top off flat faces can be toggled depending on the toolpath needed. Under the Strategy tab, you can also set corner smoothing to occur on all passes, none of the passes, or all but the last pass. There have been updates to the auto IPW scrap removal, where using the new IPW scrap removal option will automatically remove cut off in-process workpiece scrap when doing the toolpath animation or pick on path. Scrap will be removed at the end of the operation and the resulting in-process workpiece will be updated accordingly. Let's take a look at some examples. Let's take a look at how the auto IPW scrap removal now functions. As you can see, we have 3 pocket operations and 1 outside milling operation. Let's take a look at this first one. In the IPW section, you can select the Display IPW option to display your in-process workpiece. Let's go ahead and run this first operation. As you can see, at the end of the tool path, the scrap is removed from the in-process workpiece and drops out. The tool path can also be paused during any selection of operations, and any in-process workpiece scrap that is removed during that operation will drop out. You can also select Pick on Toolpath, and any scrap that has been cut up to that point will be removed from the in-process workpiece. Next, we have a brand new operation called Wall Finish Barrel Swarf. This is a 5-axis wall finishing or swarfing operation and allows for better utilization of circle segment cutter tools and tapered barrel tools. Cut patterns of zig, zigzag, and spiral pattern are available. Now let's go ahead and check out the operation. Wall Finish Barrel Swarf has 3 different cut pattern options. The first one is the spiral option. You can specify this under the Main tab in the Cut Pattern section. Let's take a look at the spiral. Next, we have the zig cut pattern. You can also generate it with the zigzag cut pattern. Let's start by creating the operation. It is available under the Mill Multi-Axis type and is a brand new operation. Let's go ahead and press OK. First, let's specify the walls we want to cut. Any walls that are selected must be contiguous. Next, we will specify the upper curve. Shown here are the walls and the upper curve geometry. Let's go ahead and generate. You can also set the cut pattern to zig or zigzag. In addition to the upper wall curves, you can set the drop down for specified curve to lower curve and upper and lower curves and offset from guide. Let's take a look at upper and lower curves. First, we specify our upper curve. Then we'll specify our lower curve. And let's specify our wall. Under the Axis and Avoidance tab, you can also set the preferred minimum and maximum contact height. You can also set the avoidance to be a retract, tilt/retract option, and just report collisions. Lead angle can also be specified to a preferred minimum and maximum value. For cases where the part you are machining isn't as uniform and requires more contoured surfaces to follow, the wall curve specify curve option offset from guide can be used. You can specify the upper guide curve as well as the wall. Face mill zig zigzag is a new face milling operation with zig and zigzag cut patterns. Through the dialog box, you can specify path parameters such as cut angle, runoff, pattern offset, and first and last pass overhang. Now let's take a look at the operation. Let's start by creating the operation. Face mill zigzag is available under the mill planar type. Let's specify the cut area first. Face mill zig zigzag is a blank sensitive operation, so we will set the blank containment to the blank geometry. In here, you can also specify tool runoff by selecting the sliders, as well as first pass overhang, and last pass overhang. This dynamically updates the toolpath. The containment can also be set to the thickness of the existing blank geometry. Face mill zig zigzag can also have the pattern type be set to only a single pass. That concludes our What's New in NX2312 CAM. I hope you enjoyed and thank you for joining us.